Joining us from Washington, Adam Posen, former member of the Bank of England, and of course with the Peterson Institute. Mike, I want to step up here on your statement, on the Fed statement, I should say, about strong language to Congress. What's that signal?
It's a very direct slap at Congress. I mean, they say specifically fiscal policy is restraining economic growth. In other words, if not for the sequestration, we wouldn't be in this situation. And to pick up on a point that Ethan made before the break, you look at the beige book that they had on their desk for this meeting that came out a couple of weeks ago, and companies were telling the Fed that things weren't that bad in the regular economy. So it looks like Bernanke and company really want to put the blame on Congress for where we are in this slowdown.
Adam, does in the United Kingdom, do they put the blame on Parliament?
No, because the same people who are doing the blaming, it's a different system. You can't split it up that way. But I mean, picking up on what Michael said, it's interesting that they're being that explicit. Because I think it's not just Congress, it's also the administration. Because when you choose, if you get rid of the sequester, I think we all believe that they're just going to do the same amount of cuts on net, if not more. We hope in a more intelligent fashion, a better designed fashion. But I don't see a scenario in which even if the Congress woke up and listened to the Fed, we wouldn't be seeing these cuts.
Right. Dr. Harris, when you look at all of this, and I think of Adam Posen leading the charge against the bad effects of austerity, you got way out in front of this. You literally predicted an austere or a frugal America. What happened? How did we get to sub 2% growth?
Well, I think that there was a kind of a bit of a rock rolling down the hill. You had the fiscal cliff coming ahead. You have an inability to make compromise in Congress. Every economist believes we need fiscal austerity, but we need to do it in a timely way where it's consistent with where the economy is, and not do a very front-loaded, aggressive fiscal tightening. We need to wait until the economy is ready for it, and yet the politics were that we were going to get some kind of fiscal shock.
Well, let's call it Calvinist now. My chart of the year was that rollover in median household income. If you go back to 1967 and you see that wonderful glide of American prosperity and it's rolled over, how do we get back on track? Where can the growth come from?
Well, we just need to kind of stay the course. I mean, as Adam pointed out, I mean, the private sector is turning. I mean, the housing turn in particular is a very good sign. So as the economy adapts to the fiscal shock, and we kind of move back to a world where we're not worried about Washington all the time, I think we get better growth. We'll start to see a real jobs recovery and real wage growth.
Adam, last word to you very quickly here. Madam Lagarde of the IMF lectures Congress. The Federal Reserve lectures Congress. What's Adam Posen's to-do list for Congress?
Replace the sequester with a more sensible set of cuts, replace some of the cuts with closing the carried interest loophole and the mortgage deduction, and then get out of the way and let things go ahead in the way Ethan said.